Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oluwashina Oyemira, and today I will be taking us through how to create a simple calculator using Python. The major aim of this video is to take us through a tutorial on how to implement a simple graphical user interface. And for this purpose, I will be using the Tkinter library in Python to achieve this. So, in the next couple of minutes, I'll be taking us through the step-by-step procedure of how to get this done. If you are very new to Python, I congratulate you. You are in the right channel. And if you are a pro, this is going to be a kind of refresher to you. So, welcome back to my channel. So on this video, like I said earlier, we'll be using the Python and Tkinter library to get our GUI done. So Python, uh, as we all know, Python is a high-level language, interpreted programming language known for its simplicity, readability, and versatility. It supports multiple programming paradigms, include procedural, the object-oriented, and the functional programming language. Python is widely used for web development, data analysis, machine learning, automation, and lots more. So these distinct functions make it the most popular programming language today. On the other hand, Tkinter is a kind of inbuilt library in Python to create the graphical user interface. One thing is that when you install Python, Tkinter is automatically installed with it. So I will be using this to get our calculator app done. So this simple calculator is going to be using Tkinter app, Tkinter library to create the graphical user interface, and it's going to provide us with a lot of functionalities, anyway, basic arithmetic functionalities to calculate the multiplication operation, the division, the subtraction, and the addition operation. And significantly, we're going to be using this same approach to create the date and time. So this app will be very useful not just as a calculator but also as a time as a time to tell us what is the current time. So if we are going to get this done, there is a need for us to understand certain prerequisites, and the basic prerequisite is the fundamental knowledge of Python, which is the very basic. If you understand how variable works and the rest of that, you're good to go. Nevertheless, if you're a novice like myself, this video is still for you. So another thing is that you have to get Python installed on your computer, and like I said earlier, once you get Python installed on your computer, you automatically have Tkinter as well. So you need a little familiarity with Tkinter library before you can use this. But if this is your first time of doing this, you can mimic my code and see how you can get it done. So we need to set up the environment. So now that we have get our Python installed, you can confirm that by type Python --fashion on your terminal, and you're going to see the fashion of Python you are using. In my own case, my Python is Python version 3.8.18. So the designing the GUI. Now this is my layout, and if you see this layout, you're going to discover that I already arranged my button the way I want it to be using Tkinter widgets. So the first thing is you have to understand that Tkinter is a very versatile application that provides us with widgets like button, label, and the entry field, which I already pre-designed here, but I will be showing you the step-by-step of how I get it done in the in the next slide. So the entry widget help us to input all the figures we need and the basic operation we need to perform. So now that we have designed our interface, what we need to do is to add functionalities to it. How does the code interact with each other? So you're going to discover that we have the arithmetic buttons, which are the addition, the subtraction, the multiplication, and the division. And significantly, we have another button that can at the same time give us the current date. So this button particularly use the datetime module of Python. So if you look at the lines of code I have here, it shows how I arrange my buttons. Uh, Started with the 7410 and equals to button, then 852 the full stop, which is going to perform the decimal operation, and the button that is going to show us the current time. Then I have 963 and the clear button, and finally I have the operators here. If you look at these other lines of code, you are going to discover that I have this is where I did the major thing, and here I set my C in such a way that it can delete all the entries we have, and at the same time I have my date and time function.
Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm using Python, and basically I'm using Tkinter library. In addition to that, I'm using the datetime library as well. So if you look at this interface very well, you are going to discover that on my line 9, I imported Tkinter as TK, and at the same time, I'm using the same Tkinter. There is a message box function within Tkinter. So what this message box is going to do is to control error, such that if you input something that is other than our alphabet, it's going to flag an error. So I use this to handle error report. Instead of the code stop execution or being truncated, it will simply display error, and all you have to do is to click the error report and correct the error. So here, significantly, I want you to concentrate on line 31, 31 to 37. So this is where I did the arrangement of the buttons. So to my left, you have 7410 and equal to, and next to it is 854 decimal operation and the current time. So the current time spam through the third column, where I also have 963, the clear button, and the last column is going to be doing the division operation, the multiplication operation, the subtraction operation, and the addition operation. So in one word, this calculator application is developed to take care of basic arithmetics. So other than that, this calculator app can actually clear the screen using the clear function. So if you look at it here, I set the value to be C, and what it's going to do is that it's going to delete any content uh, of the display. Anything in the memory is going to delete it completely. So apart from that, I have the date and time. If you check my 11th line, I imported the date and time library. So what this date and time is going to do is that when you click the button or when you press the button, it's going to show or display the current date. So one thing that is unique about this function is that you can fine tune it to any form of date that you want. It can be a very short date that is just going to show the day, the month, and the year in any arrangement. And at the same time, you can have a longer date that is going to tell you the date, I mean, the day. Take for instance, if it is Tuesday, if it is Friday, it can show the date, the time, and but in my own case, I have this even to show the minute and seconds. So you'll be seeing that when I'm testing the code. So I will make this code available on the comment section. So let's run the code. So, and here is our calculator app. uh let me put it side by side. Like you see, so this is the display button, so this is the display board, and I have my figures from 0 to 9. And if you look at the arrangement here, I have 7, I have 4, I have 1, and I have 0. The same thing is applicable here. So I so much enjoying this arrangement. If you like the arrangement as well, or you have any objection, let me know on the comment section. So if you see this, I can perform basic arithmetics here. Take for instance, I say 7 multiplied by 6, and I press the equal button. It's going to give me 42, which is the answer. Funny enough, I can perform another arithmetic operation on this same answer. I can just say divided by 9, and it's going to give me the answer, which is 4.6666667, approximately 4.67. So this implies that this calculator can also take care of decimal operations. Let me show you a miracle. Now let's say I subtract 2 from this and I multiply it by 6. You're going to see the answer straight away. So, and I can use my clear function, which is the C, to clear the screen. So the current time is this big button. If I press the current time, it is going to show me the current time. You see, today is Friday, September 6, 2024, and the time is 10:22, 5 seconds p.m. In this part of the world where I am. So this is a basic calculator, and this can be enhanced to take care of so many other things, but for now this is what I'm able to do, and I hope that in my subsequent videos I will be advancing on this calculator app. Oh, so these are the lines of code, and you can actually use this code. You can modify it to suit your purpose. It is basically for learning purposes. So if you are the one that is very new to Python, this can be your stepping stone. You can start with this and advance further. So the major aim of this video is to introduce us to Tkinter, to create a simple calculator app, basically to show us how a graphic user interface works in Python.
So now I congratulate you. We have successfully developed our calculator app. Now, what is the next thing? So now that you have successfully developed a calculator app using the Tkinter library, so there is a room for enhancement. And what I mean by enhancement means a kind of improvement. We can as well include other buttons like calculating the square root, calculating the percentage, and we can implement a kind of memory functions as well that is going to retain some certain functions for us, probably the previous calculation we did. So that will be the next thing. So I'm going to employ you that you shouldn't relent. Go ahead and explore what you have learned here today to create something something very much intriguing and complex. And I wish you all the very best in your coding journey. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch out for more interesting videos. You can just turn on the notification bell, and when I have the next video, you will be the first person to be notified. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much for watching my video, and thank you for subscribing. See you next time in my next video.